Hello children, I welcome you all in the second lecture of our chapter number 8. Today we are going to study about the main aspects of the constitution. So without wasting time, let's start. The first main aspect of constitution is preamble. We had already seen in the previous lecture about preamble, and this is the photograph of preamble you might see. So let us see. Now preamble is the beginning of the constitution. See that it comes in the beginning of the constitution begins with preamble. Our fundamental principles and ideals are reflected. Now what is reflected in it? In the fundamental principles. Okay, what is the main principle of our country? What are the main rules and regulations on which our country is laid on? That is reflected into this particular piece of paper. It helps to interpret the constitution. See, the preamble helps to understand the constitution in a better way. Next, it gives an insight of the constitution. Whenever you read the preamble, it will help you to understand the constitution better way. It will tell you about the things that are included into the constitution. It will tell you about the ideas that are behind the formation of the constitution. Now our constitution remained unchanged till 1976. See, till 1976 there were no changes made into the constitution, but in the year 1976 three words were included. See, socialist, secular, and unity and integrity of the nations were added. You can see here those words into it. Okay, yeah, you can see all these words are included in it, right? So preamble is a very important part of the constitution. Now the procedure of amendment means change. Amendment is change. Now whenever we need to change, now why we need to change? Because we had seen in the starting of this previous lecture that constitution is a living document. It need continuous changes. Now why it need changes? Because the time when the constitution was framed was totally different from time what we are living right now, and that's why there are certain things that were not existing at that time. So there needs changes into the constitution. See, Indian society is rapidly changing. Indian society is rapidly changing. Constitution can be amended when required. See, whenever there is a requirement, it can be amended, it can be changed. Now for your understanding, I can tell you that the constitution can be changed as per the article 368, as per the article 368 of part 20 of the our constitution. Now basically there are three kind of changes that are allowed in the constitution. One is a simple majority change, a change by simple majority, where the voting is done into the parliament and 50% or more members support it, then that particular change is allowed. Second is a special majority of the parliament, means more at least 2/3. See, this we have already mentioned here. Special majority means 2/3 member should support that particular amendment or change. And the third one is by special majority of the parliament with support of the state legislatures, means special majority of the parliament is needed, but at the same time the state legislature, 50% of the state legislature should also support it. So there are three kinds of changes. You need to remember there are three kinds of changes. One by simple majority, second by 2/3 majority of the parliament, and third is by 2/3 or special majority of the parliament and 50% support of the state legislatures. Okay, say I have given this note here. As of January 2020, there have been 104 changes, 104 amendment or changes of Constitution of India since it was first enacted in 1950. See, till 1950, from 1950 we have made 104 changes into our constitution. Once the change is being made, it is published into the Gazette of India. Means it is the, we can say, it is the government official letter where it is published for every person's understanding. Second important thing is people are sovereign. Now what is sovereign? Sovereign is that is not controlled by outside. Sovereign is that is not controlled by outside. Okay, so India is a sovereign nation. It is a nation which is controlled by the people. All the power rests in people. See, all the power is with the people. People take part in decision process directly or indirectly. Say people take part into the process of decision making directly or indirectly. Directly here means voting. Like whenever there is election, general election, you might not be voting, but your parents, your relatives might be voting. So they are taking direct part into the decision process. And indirectly means those people whom we have elected, they take decision on our behalf, and that's why it is termed as indirectly. Next, it has total control over the people residing into the boundary of the nation. See, the government of that particular nation is totally controlled by the people residing into those boundary of the nation, and that's why it is considered as sovereign. No other power or no other government or any country can interfere into our policies. See, India can formulate its own policy. It can formulate its own policy. It can make its own policy as that are beneficial for its own citizens. No state, here state means the individual states. Okay, no state had the right to secede from the nation. Secede means separate itself to make larger than the nation. All the nations, all the states are together, but country is the highest in comparison to all the states. India, a democracy. Now this is again, our country is a democratic country. Democratic means basically people rule country. Okay, it is a Latin, democracy have derived from the Latin word demos and kratos. Demos is people and kratos is rules. People's rule. People of India elect their government at three levels. See, we elect government at three levels: center, state, and local. Every citizen above 18 has the right to vote. See, any person who is 18 and above has the right to vote. Every citizen enjoys this right without any discrimination. See, there is no discrimination in this particular. Any person who is 18 and above has a right to vote. Okay. Yes, there are certain assumptions, exceptions into it. Like if a person is lunatic, lunatic means mad, then he doesn't have the right to vote. And there are others few too, but mainly any person who is above 18 and has a name into the voting list has a right to vote. See, our country is for the people, by the people, and of the people. Okay, this is a very important quotation that we know what is democracy. Then for the people, by the people, and of the people. Government is responsible to its citizen. Government have to look forward to its citizens, and anything happens to it, then government is responsible to that. Accepted the universal adult franchise. We know that we have the right to vote is known as universal adult franchise. It is the right, any person who is above 18 has a right to vote is known as universal adult franchise. India, a sovereign, socialist and secular republic. Say, universal adult franchise provides political equality. We have already seen in the previous slide that what is universal adult franchise. Any person who is 18 and above has a right to vote, and this provides political equality. Okay, now here no caste, no creed, no religion, no region, nothing is seen, but only the age is considered, and that's why that provides a political equality. Equality at social and economic level too. See, it also tries to give equality at social and economic level. Social means into society everyone is considered equal. He may belong to any of the caste, creed, religion or region, but is considered equal into the society and at economic level also. Okay. India is a secular state. This is important. It is a secular state. Secular means no religion. India does not follow any religion apart from having a large section of Hindu. India is not a Hindu nation. India follows the secular state policy, means all the religions are considered equal. All the religions are considered same in the eyes of law, irrespective of their religion. See, every person belonging to any religion, maybe he may be a Hindu, a Muslim, a Christian, a Sikh, a Parsi, a Jain, any person, he is considered equal in the eyes of law, irrespective of the religion, right? And that's why all are considered same, all are considered as equal into our eyes. Government cannot formulate policies that discriminate among various religions. See, government cannot make such kind of policies that are making discrimination among the various religions. See, it cannot formulate such kind of policies which will make a variation. It will make a type of, you can say, discrimination means bhedbhav among the people of other religion. They cannot support one religion and neglect the other. So if any of these policies related to such kind of negligence, such kind of discrimination is framed, it is illegal as per the constitution. Constitution gives freedom to follow any religion. See, allows freedom to follow any religion. Under the fundamental rights, you have right to follow any religion that you want. No one can stop you. State does not have religion. State means the government does not have any religion. Okay, and this is very very important. The state does not have any religion. It cannot support any religion or neglect the other in any part of the country. Now this is a very beautiful picture that I have put up here. Hinduism is there, Jainism, Buddhism, Sikhism, Islam and Christianity, and out of that what is formed is Indian. So we all together form the integrity of our nation. Every person belonging to any religion should be very very respectable towards its country. We should be devoted to its nation. Next is India as republic state. People indirectly elect the head of the state. Okay, people of India indirectly elect the head of the state, the president. Okay, now the president of India is the highest. Okay, is the highest post into India, but we don't elect him directly. Okay, we don't elect him directly. What we do is we give vote to the representatives, and representatives on our behalf, they elect the president with a special procedure, called electoral college. It is known as electoral college. Now republic means a nation or a country which doesn't have a head, which is hereditary. Hereditary means varsagat. Same like monarchy. Monarchy, you might have heard about this word monarchy. In England there is monarchy, means it is a democratic country but it is still ruled by a queen. Okay, so monarchy means king's son becomes the king, but that is not the case in India. India is a republic nation, means the head of the state, the head of the government is not hereditary. Hereditary means Varsagat. He cannot be, means if he is elected he can be, but it is not the position that can be owned by the hereditary. It cannot be get into, it's not a property of any person. You can consider it's not a property of any person, and that's why India is considered as the republic state. India is considered as the republic state. So we have seen all this. These are the main aspects of the constitution. Let us revise all of them by looking at each of them. Okay, first main aspect was the preamble we had seen, and it was not changed till 1976. Later on, socialist, secular and unity of integrity words were added to it. Procedure to amendment we had seen. There are three kinds of amendments: simple majority, special majority, and special majority with the majority of the state legislatures. Till now, 104 amendments have been made. People are sovereign. Okay? People are sovereign. Sovereign means the no country or no state can interfere into our nation. Okay, and all the power is with the people. Every person is important in our country. This is again very important. No state can secede the nation. No state can separate itself from the nation. No state can make itself bigger than the nation. A democratic country. Okay, we form the government at three levels: center, state and local. Any person who is above 18 has the right to vote. Right? Democracy means for the people, by the people and of the people. Government is responsible to its citizens. Right? And we have accepted universal adult franchise. Okay, universal adult franchise gives political equality. Right? India is a secular nation, means no religion is followed by the state. All regions are considered equal. Government cannot formulate any policy that is discriminating, and state does not have any religion. The state does not, government does not have any religion. India is a republic state, means the head of the country is not a hereditary. It is elected by the people by a special procedure. So in this particular lecture we'll keep till here.